Allergen control is an integral component of a quality and food safety program. Allergen control involves implementing a documented plan, an allergen control plan, or ACP, to identify, prevent, and manage allergenic substances in food products, thereby preventing cross-contact and ensuring label accuracy. Key strategies include a master list of ingredients, risk assessment, strict cleaning and sanitation, segregation of allergenic ingredients, employee training, and meticulous documentation to protect consumer health and prevent regulatory issues. An allergen is an otherwise harmless substance that triggers an allergic reaction in sensitive individuals by stimulating an immune response. For example, cow's milk contains allergenic proteins in the whey fraction and different proteins in the casein fraction. Individuals may be allergic to only one milk protein or more, causing an allergic reaction. Even trace amounts of an allergen can trigger a reaction. Food allergens are substances in food that trigger an immune reaction in certain individuals. They can cause a wide range of symptoms, from mild to life-threatening. Here are the typical types of allergic reactions. Dermal, where the skin breaks out in hives or eczema. Gastrointestinal, causing nausea, cramps, or diarrhea. Respiratory, the affected person struggles to breathe or intake air. Circulatory, the blood pressure drops and can lead to loss of consciousness. And anaphylaxis, which is an acute allergic reaction that occurs in rare cases, where multiple organ systems are affected and death can occur. Some food allergies considerations are: there is no cure for food allergies. Strict avoidance of food allergens and early recognition and management of allergic reactions to food are important measures to prevent serious health consequences. Sensitivity differs between individuals and depends on type of food, amount ingested, and other activities at the time of ingestion. People with food allergies do not know when their next allergic reaction will occur or how severe it will be. Avoidance is the only protection. The common food allergens are often called the Big Nine and account for 90% of allergic reactions. They are milk such as casein, whey, and lactose. Eggs, both the egg whites and yolk. Fish types like salmon, tuna, and cod. Crustacean shellfish including shrimp, crab, lobster, and prawns. Tree nuts including almonds, cashews, hazelnuts, pecans, pistachios, walnuts. Peanuts from its arachidonic acid. Wheat from its gluten. Soy, both soy protein and soy lecithin. And sesame, both in seed and oil forms. Other potential allergens include mustard, poppy seeds, celery, mollusks including oysters and mussels, avocados, kiwi, and mangoes. In response to allergen hazards, food manufacturers must have an allergen control program. Allergen control is the systematic management of food allergens to prevent cross-contamination and ensure products are safe for consumers with allergies by identifying, controlling, and eliminating allergens from raw materials to finished products. It involves written plans and standard operating procedures that detail the proper handling, storage, and processing of allergenic ingredients and include steps like thorough cleaning, staff training, accurate labeling, and monitoring to prevent unintentional exposure to allergens. So why is allergen control so critical? Here are a couple of reasons. First, consumer safety. Prevent severe health reactions in individuals with food allergies. Another reason is regulatory compliance. Meets food safety requirements from agencies like the FDA and USDA. And brand protection. Safeguards a company's reputation by preventing product recalls and ensuring product safety. Key aspects of allergen control. Identification of allergens. A complete list of all ingredients and potential sources of allergens within a facility is created. Risk assessment. Potential areas of cross-contact are identified throughout the entire production process. Control measures. Specific procedures are implemented to prevent the unintentional introduction of allergens into products that are not intended to contain them. Written plans and SOPs. A comprehensive, documented allergen control plan or allergen management program outlines all procedures and policies. Prevention of cross-contact. Measures are taken to ensure the physical separation of allergens through physical segregation, using separate equipment, areas, or storage for allergens. Process scheduling, running allergen-free products before those containing allergens. And cleaning protocols, thorough cleaning to eliminate allergen traces from equipment and surfaces. Staff training. Personnel are trained on allergen risks, proper handling, and the importance of following control procedures. Accurate labeling. Ensuring all products are clearly and correctly labeled to inform consumers about the presence of allergens. And monitoring and auditing. Regular checks and audits are conducted to ensure the effectiveness of the allergen control measures and adherence to protocols. Allergens can enter the body and trigger an allergic reaction through several routes, including inhalation of airborne particles like pollen, dust mites, and pest dander, ingestion of contaminated food proteins, and skin contact with allergens through touching surfaces with residues or products that cause contact dermatitis. In addition to these primary routes, exposure can also occur through cross-contact in food, where allergens are transferred to non-allergenic foods. Cross-contact allergens are residues or other trace amounts of an allergenic food unintentionally incorporated into another food that is not intended to contain an allergen. Cross-contact can occur within raw ingredients, improper storage, and due to uncontrolled manufacturing processes. Performing an allergen risk assessment as part of a HACCP risk assessment must be performed by food manufacturers whose facility contains allergens. The risk assessment methodology includes: assemble a cross-functional team, perform a physical audit to identify the allergens within the facility, identify cross-contact points, or where allergens can contaminate non-allergens or other allergens-containing materials. Assess the form or methods cross-contamination can occur. Evaluate the risk at each identified point. And determine and implement preventive measures. The allergen challenges in a food manufacturing environment can include: product development. During research and development, an allergen may not be recognized as being included. Raw materials handling and storage can lead to cross-contact. Scheduling production may not allow proper changeover processes, causing cross-contamination. Preparation processes. The setup and methods of raw ingredient preparation provides a potential cross-contact risk. Manufacturing processes. From pulling raw ingredients to prep to blending or cooking, there are multiple opportunities for cross-contact in food manufacturing. Processing equipment. The placement, design, and use of equipment can cause allergen hazards. Rework. Rework is a process of adding out-of-specification goods to production batches to reduce waste. Improper control of rework may cause allergen cross-contamination. Human error. The workforce is often the weakest link in the allergen control program. Labeling. Product labels must include a declaration of allergens contained within consumable products. Failure to properly fill in or verify labels can lead to undeclared allergens. Cleaning and sanitation. Whether it's in process or post-production cleaning, it must be thorough to prevent cross-contact. And lack of training. Employees must be trained on allergens considerations including storage, handling, processes, packaging, and labeling. Allergen control support programs and processes include: good manufacturing practices, a HACCP program, allergen management program including raw ingredient and finished product storage program, processing standard operating procedures, and sanitation standard operating procedure. And lastly, a labeling program. Good manufacturing practices, or GMPs, principles are an important component to allergen control system. Food businesses need to ensure that products meet food safety, quality, and legal requirements, and GMPs help attain that goal. It can be achieved by applying appropriate manufacturing operation controls. Allergen controls must be incorporated into food safety and quality assurance systems. A hazard analysis critical control point or HACCP-based food safety program can be adapted for allergen control by adapting of the classical HACCP tools and processes when the traditional methods fail to effectively control allergens. Identify allergen critical control points and develop and implement allergen control plans. Document allergens and HACCP plans. All allergens requiring mandatory declarations that have cross-contact hazards should be classified as high risk. And audit, review, and update HACCP plans regularly. An allergen management program, or AMP, includes the policies, procedures, and practices which contribute towards controlling allergens within a facility. Allergen management is applicable at all levels and all areas of a facility and set the standards for control and management of allergens. An allergen management program is a documented systematic approach towards identifying and controlling allergens in a food plant from incoming materials to finished products. Provides formality when identifying allergen challenges. Includes processes to manage allergen challenges within a production facility. And supports required due diligence efforts. Here are some basics of an allergen management plan. Know the allergen status of raw materials. An initial and periodic review of ingredients would be beneficial in tracking allergens within the facility. Understand the supplier allergen vulnerabilities. Supplier audits and reviews to identify potential cross-contamination issues will aid in ensuring no undeclared allergens. Maintain up-to-date ingredient specifications. Specifications provided to suppliers helps dictate the information and reporting requirements vendors must supply to you. Ensure allergens are covered in the HACCP plan. Allergens must be analyzed during the hazard analysis process. They can be an independent assessment, or sometimes they are considered under chemical hazards. In place measures to control, reduce, and eliminate the possibility of cross-contact. An example is never storing an allergen above a non-allergen or above a different allergen. And validate and verify cleaning procedures. Internal assessments and audits of the cleaning and sanitation will help ensure prescribed processes are followed. Allergen control is an integral component of a quality and food safety program. Employing an allergen control program will help protect consumer health and prevent regulatory issues. We hope you found this training valuable. Please click the subscribe button to access additional Food Sure training videos.